Pokemon's hottest upcoming set, Phantasmal Flames, is already causing chaos, not because of what's inside the packs, but because scalpers just pulled off one of the biggest pre release grabs we've ever seen. Let's dive into this mess. Dom, I woke up today thinking that I could pre order Phantasmal Flames, and accordingly, or apparently, there's nothing.
Yeah, boy, were you wrong, because there was a Discord server that's all about trying to like bot and like try to be basically it's a scalper server. They were able to
Okay.
purchase a collective of 42,000 units of products of Phantasmal Flames before the product even went live on Pokemon Center's website. Like, that is insane that a multi-billion-dollar company their website wasn't even live, yet you had scalpers in the back end in the code. Sorry, I had to do the sounds. You had scalpers in the back end in the code doing what they needed to do to be able to spoof the system and make sure that they bought before it even went live on the website. It was absolutely insane seeing some of the tweets that you can see on the screen now. Like, they're just flaunting it in front of everybody, Alex. And for me, it's like, how did Pokemon even let this happen? Like, I'm just dumbfounded by the incompetence in this. Like, what does this mean going forward for the future drops? Like, is this going to still be an issue? What do you think about that?
Yeah, this is just, it is insane. I don't know how this happened. This actually makes me more worrisome for future drops, even if they're able to somehow delay or cause these scalpers or bots to get into a queue system. It still seems like no matter what Pokemon does, there's going to be a way for these scalpers or these bots to get in before collectors and before the mass public get their hands on it. So this is kind of worrisome. It seems like everything's kind of getting worse when it comes to the queue system. I think Pokemon needs to revisit possibly maybe some different solutions with trying to get new products, whether that be a lottery system, maybe an emailing system for every
Mm-hmm.
account that orders regularly. I really don't know what the solution is, but this is definitely worrisome if we're trying to get our hands on some new products.
I think those are great suggestions, and I honestly don't know how Pokemon is going to move forward and fix this, because these botting like these bot discords, they can spoof IP addresses, they could get prepaid like credit cards, they can change their address. Like, there's ways to get around like the most obvious things, which is change the payment system, change the address, or change their IP address, right? Um, it's just baffling to me that they were able to get into the back end like that and able to spoof Pokemon systems. And I have to wonder too, like, when did Pokemon realize like something was going wrong? Because when you look at the chat
Mm.
description at 9:34 a.m., it said 15,000 checkouts from what we can see so far. Once our polling catches up, then we'll be able to post final numbers. And then just 10 minutes later, they said over 42,000 items checked out. It's beginning to look like it's out of stock for members. Like, within a period of 10 minutes, they were able to buy almost 30,000 products. Like, this one Discord server who was able to do this. Oh, by the way, they talk about make some effing noise for the best effing dev team in the game. This is the effing warm up. You hear me? This is our holiday season, they say. Let the cries cry and whiners whine. They can go tell their moms what happened today and break their monitors while we reap the profits. Like, what a
That's
sick,
insane.
disgusting way to talk about. Like, they're literally just doing this to make money. There's no questions about it, qualms. They're totally, like, absolutely just blatant about it. And it's really like just disgusting, because at this point it's not even about the community, it's not about collectors, it's not about trying to build something like with other people involved. It's purely about just making profit off of other people. End of story. What do you think about what the did you see the screenshots, and what do you think about that?
I mean, it honestly just feels to me like we're just seeing more sneaker
Mm,
bros and people that are just trying to make money from a
yeah.
hobby. It is pretty sad. I actually know some people that have left the hobby because of uh, uh, just the level of greed that's in the
Mm,
hobby now at this point. It is quite unfortunate. I really don't know, when Pokemon will be safe or if Pokemon will ever be
mm,
safe from this type of behavior. Um, but again, I think it really does come down to Pokemon themselves changing the system. They can't just keep going on with a queue system with how they're trying to do it. Um, Again, like in Japan, they do a lottery system, and they're picked to be able to buy a product and get into
mm-hmm.
queue rather than just this open queue system that just allows bots to get to the very front of the line. I I really don't know. It's very upsetting. I really don't think we're gonna have a lot of success for the normal people that are trying to get hands on their own products.
Yeah, and I think I want to be clear because I truly put the entire blame on Pokemon. Maybe okay, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. I put the vast majority of the blame on Pokemon. You're a multi-billion-dollar company who could hire people to make your website better, to have better security, or be able to protect against this kind of stuff. Like, I don't understand how you let people out in the community, because that's who we are, just civilians, whatever you want to call us, like out in the real world, able to get in the back end of your website. And to be clear, I'm not some software engineer. I have no clue how they did it and how it works, right? But at the end of the day, we're talking literally about a multi-billion-dollar company whose back end got basically hacked is not the right word, but and they were able to take the product and check out with it before it even went live on the website. That is kind of crazy for me. And again, I'm naive. I don't understand. But at the end of the day, that's Pokemon's fault. Pokemon create the conditions for this to be for this to happen. Yes, humans are humans. They're going to push the system, and because there's money to be made right now in the market because Pokemon's not printing enough to meet demand, you have scalper discords and people like this who are going to create there's an opportunity for them to make money. They're going to find ways to do it, and if that means screwing over the regular collector and all these other people to do it and even hire a dev team, they talk about literally having software engineers, it feels like, to be able to do this and hack the back end of Pokemon. Like, in my mind, this is 100%, like almost 100% on Pokemon. It's their website, it's their product, and it's their responsibility to ensure that that product and website is safe and secure and able to be accessed if they want regular consumers buying their products. Yes, those people did what they did. It was wrong. It's not right. But Pokemon created the market conditions for it to happen. And that's why I put the blame on them. And people may not like that opinion, but at the end of the day, that is the truth. Like, I it's really hard having conversations like this about scalping and whatnot in the community because everyone likes to blame what's clear and easy and obvious, like these scalper groups, right? But no one likes to point the finger at Pokemon. What do you think about my opinion, Alex? Am I off my rocker?
No, you're right. No, you are completely right. I think the frustration from the mass is definitely towards the group of people that like to exploit the
Mm-hmm.
system and the group of people that like to brag about it. I think a lot of people point the blame and their anger towards them. But yeah, I mean, I think from what both of us are saying here, it really does come down to Pokemon. They're the ones that are in control of the system. They're the ones that are the ones creating flaws within their system. Again, like you said, it's a billion-dollar company. They can hire a much better team to either adjust their websites or just create a whole new system with getting
Mm-hmm.
products. I do find one thing interesting that I've seen them kind of experiment with is making these bundles where, like, if you're going to purchase an ETB or a booster bundle, you also have to purchase this other stuff that maybe people don't really want.
Mm.
I find that stuff kind of interesting. I really don't know what the mass thinks about that, but maybe that could help with scalping in the future. Like if you buy a Phantasmal Flames ETB, you also have to pick between, I don't know, some sleeves and a binder and some other things. I'm not sure what you think about that, but maybe that's a temporary fix to the issue.
It's interesting you bring that up because literally the other day or even yesterday, Pokemon released a Prismatic Evolutions Pokemon Center ETB, and it had the mat and some other stuff with it. I was always looking at it from the perspective of, oh, these are probably just extra products that they're just trying to get rid of. Like, because maybe they didn't sell as well and they're on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? All the little ancillary stuff.
Hmm.
Everyone knows they want the Pokemon Center ETB. I just saw it more as a cash grab in a way because now they're getting rid of stuff off their shelf that didn't move well.
Yeah.
And then they're able to make
Yeah.
revenue off that stuff at the end of the day, and maybe even make a little bit of profit off those ancillary stuff. I mean, we know they're making profit on Pokemon cards. Like, we know what they sell their Pokemon cards to distributors, and if they're selling it to distributors at the prices that they are, which is generally between $35 in ETB for regular ETBs, if we know that price, like Pokemon's still making a profit on that. So then they're selling on their website, you know, Pokemon Center ETBs at $60 MSRP plus all the ancillary stuff. I
Yeah.
believe was like $90, 95 when it was posted yesterday.
Yeah.
They have to be making profit. So I think I was just more a little bit cynical when I've seen those bundles.
Yeah.
But I could also
Yeah.
see your perspective that adding those bundles may not make it as profitable for people to purchase.
Yeah, if you think about it, those prismatic ETBs on the market are what, $95 or
Well,
$100 an ETB?
no, unfortunately, it's the Pokemon Center ETB that was on the website.
Oh, it was the
Yeah,
Pokemon
so
one.
those
Oh,
are
so regardless, they're
three
still
hundred
making a
thirty-five
lot of money.
dollars in the market right now.
Okay, so the scalper that is buying the
Yes,
bundle is still making twice as much. Okay,
unfortunately.
got it.
But I
Got
think,
it.
but I
Okay.
think you make still a good point though. Like if you bundle it into things that maybe scalpers won't want, like that might be a way forward. But that does make it harder for the regular collector because now you're increasing the price of things, right? Like that ETB bundle yesterday was like
Mm,
almost $100. Like for some people, that's a lot of money for Pokemon, right?
yeah.
And especially an ETB that only comes with like 11 packs in the Pokemon Center promo. So
Yeah.
all this to say, you and I, we're just trying to give Pokemon free ideas, right? And just trying to find a way
Yeah.
that regular people can actually get products. Thankfully, though, I've seen screenshots of this too. I'm not sure if it's true or not. Apparently, Pokemon was canceling orders of all those people who were
Good.
pre-ordering. And it kind of begs the question, like, yes, this seemed like a stroke of genius, I guess, quote unquote, to buy all this before it was released. But like Pokemon can then see like, hey, every order between 9 a.m. and below, you know, like we know we didn't put it on the website live. They're just going to cancel it all. Like, why would they like fulfill any of those orders? Like, that didn't make sense to me. Like, at least wait till it went live and then you could have spoofed the system. Like, they kind of effed up.
Yeah, I think the group is kind of stupid in that way. I'm sure they could have done it in a better way to scalp Pokemon because I'm sure they know all of their orders are going to get canceled. If Pokemon has one brain cell, they will cancel all the orders from today, not giving them any product. What I'm also interested in knowing is if that scalper group is going to lose money from running those bots and doing those transactions. Is this something where maybe Pokemon can kind of mess with them a little bit more and make maybe these spoof drops? It would be kind of interesting to see if Pokemon is kind of playing with them in a way like this.
It would be interesting to see if a multi-billion-dollar company could leverage their dollar bills, and is there a way for them to go legally after this kind of Discord group?
Mm. Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if that's a possibility or not, but like, I don't know how legal it is for someone to go on the back end of a website and start messing with it like that. It's probably,
Yes.
my gut cell tells me maybe nothing illegal technically happened, right?
Mm,
But if you're Pokemon, like swing your big. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say that.
yeah. Your big law firm
If
around.
you're Pokemon, swing that big law firm stick that you have in your hands, and maybe send a cease and desist. Even if you don't think it's gonna work, like in the court of law, scare them a little bit, like,
Yeah.
or go with after Discord in some way. Like you're hosting maybe if this is actually illegal activity, which I don't know if it is. This is just our opinion, right? Go after Discord in some way. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. You're bigger than Discord. Like, because Discord is hosting these people, and maybe if this was hypothetically illegal activity, then now you're hosting all that there. Discord can see all those messages. So I don't know. It's a tough situation because at the end of the day, like, people are people, and they're gonna just try to make money any way they can. If they see this as a quick flip, they're gonna do it. What's also interesting too is a lot of these people because their names are blasted all over these Discord screenshots. They deactivated their social media accounts because of all the public backlash. Um,
Oh, good.
yeah, good. It's kind of like, I know this is a weird topic, but it's almost like cyberbullying in a way that they got cyberbullied off the internet because of how much they effed up in this situation. Like, I don't know if we don't talk about that, but that's basically what happened. Like,
I mean, it's almost kind of justified, I feel like, at this point. Like, if you're going to brag on social media about everyone else's
that's fair.
downfall and your uprising, like, I feel like everyone has the chance to then have some sort of backlash and get back at them.
That's fair.
I mean, I really hopefully they're not going after their personal lives and having
No,
personal
no.
insults. That would be a different topic altogether. But pressuring them to at least leave the online Pokemon scene, I think, is a good call. But yeah, ultimately, I think what we said, Pokemon, do better. Like, you need to figure this out. Like, we've been doing this for way too long at this point, dealing with not able to get product on store shelves, not able to get store product on your own websites. It's just frustrating at this point. And as hobbyists, we want to see you do better. Please, 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 please focus on the people that really want to collect Pokemon, have fun, enjoy the hobby, and not a sneaker bro trying to make some money.
But
Um,
Alex,
please,
but
Pokemon.
Alex, they are doing what they can. Apparently, they're printing at max capacity, and they have been since March of this year when they made that announcement.
Uh,
And by the way, that was 6 months ago, and we're still dealing with
yeah.
this. Over almost 11 months later, we're still dealing with the fact that there's just not enough product to meet demand. And at first, I think it was literally just, hey, Pokemon they weren't prepared. Like, I've been critical of Pokemon for the last 6 to 8 months. Like, what they did was not smart. They were not prepared for the TCG Pocket to blow up, right? I've been critical. You can look at all the
Yes.
videos. You can look at all my messages. Like, I've been critical of them. I'm getting more and more tinfoil hat, and I think this is on purpose. I'm starting to believe people who've said in the chat, like, this is on purpose. This is false scarcity done on purpose. So, because Pokemon
Mm,
knows that with scarcity, there's all this demand. People want the cards. They want the product. If they keep the supply low and the demand still high, it just keeps the demand like going and going and going. And we have not hit that inflection
yeah.
point where enough people have left the hobby or not want to be part of Pokemon anymore or get cards for the demand to go down. Like, it's just not going down, and I don't see how it goes down anytime soon. With the Charizard set coming out next, with 30th anniversary coming out next year, like, I'm starting to get a little tinfoil hat, Alex, and I'm truly starting to believe like this is done on purpose. I can't imagine for 11 months that they've been printing near capacity, and we're still in the situation we are in. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I can kind of see why you feel that way. I mean, if you think about it from a logical standpoint, like even their most desirable sets, whether it be prismatic
Mm-hmm.
or surging sparks, whatever sells the most and scalpers make a lot of money on, if they're actually not producing more or in a way that they said they were going to, it's going to cause people to maybe like, hey, maybe I can't buy Prismatic, but I can buy this other set that's still on the
Mhm.
shelf, maybe Shrouded Fable or something else. And so it really allows Pokemon, no matter what set or what product they put on the shelves, it's going to sell eventually. Even if it's a bad set, it's going to sell. So I really don't know. I don't think you have too much of tinfoil on top of your head right now, Dom. I do think that they're able to make a lot of money and not have to worry about loss with this type of strategy.
Thank you for agreeing with me. I just realized this. They were already going out of stock at 42,000 Phantasmal Flame products.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen Pokemon queues in the hundreds of thousands, like even the million, because on the back end you can actually see where you are in the queue. But there's
Yeah.
only, but it went out of stock at 42,000. Like, it makes me wonder if there was only 42,000 actual like ETBs or whatever that was going to drop available. Like, we already know
Mm,
that, and Pokemon's made this clear to distributors, that Mega Evolution's base is going to come out in waves. You're going to get a first wave at the end of December or end of September when it releases on the 26th, official releases, and you're going to get another wave at the end of October. And supposedly, Pokemon has told this to the distributors that they send the Pokemon cards to, and we're getting that information filtered down to a lot of the stores that are on the YouTube space. I wonder if they're doing the same with Phantasmal Flames, because 42,000 ETBs sounds like
mm.
almost nothing, like a drop in the bucket. When we just, Pokemon just dropped 150,000 prismatic ETBs to Costco in the last couple weeks in Sam's Club. Like, what do you think about that? Like, that's interesting to me. Like, now that it's kind of coming together, it's like only 42K. Like, that sounds nothing. Like, what is happening here?
Yeah, I wonder if they're just getting too stretched thin. Like they're focusing on reprinting
Mm.
Prismatic and Surging and putting those on shelves that they really just don't have enough printing power to output the new Phantasmal Flames sets. I don't want to give Pokemon too much credit or too much. I don't want to I don't want to give them too much. I don't know,
Benefit of the doubt.
but benefit of the doubt. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Uh, but that could be it. Maybe that's why it stopped at 42, or possibly they just pulled the plug. Maybe they just saw all the orders coming
Mm.
through, and they just had to pull the plug and realize, oh shoot, they're buying everything. Let's zero it out really quick. I really don't know. But yeah, I agree with you. 42,000 is not a lot at all. And I'm hoping maybe they're doing something similar here where it's going to come out in waves. Um, but Pokemon is not printing enough and not handling the situation.
Let us know in the comments what you think.